Hi guys. The reason we all get into our investing journey is really because we have one ultimate goal, and that's to end up not being broke. To end up better than we were when we started. To end up with more money, to have more things, and to be able to afford the lifestyle that we want to. So today I'm going to talk about 5 things that everyone should do so they don't end up broke. Coming up next on the Firefighters Financial Toolbox. Hi you guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about 5 things everyone should do so that you do not end up broke. Alright, the first one is simple. Pay yourself first. How do you do that? When you get your paycheck, you set aside money for savings. You set aside money maybe for your emergency fund, you invest some. But you pay yourself first, because here's what happens. If you don't, if you make $1,000, you can spend $1,000, easy, or whatever that number is. If you make $5,000, you'll find a way to spend $5,000. But if you make that $5,000 and you put away, let's say 10 or 15% right off the bat, you'll teach yourself how to live on $4,500 because you know that's what you have. You pay yourself first, you get some money saved, you get some money invested. It's going to keep you from spending every last cent that you have. All right. Number 2, start investing early. I can't harp on this one enough, you guys. I personally did not do this, and this is a reason that I really try to drive this point home. Start investing early. Let me give you an example. I made a video, this one, that said if you invested $90 a week from the time you were 20, when you were 65, you'd be a millionaire. Okay? Now, if you waited until you were 30, just 10 short years, you would have to save twice that to come out with the same amount of money. There's no way to turn back. You young people, time is your best asset. It's the biggest plus you have. The earlier you start, the more time you have for compound interest to do its magic. Like Albert Einstein said, he called it the 8th wonder of the world. And the guy was a mathematician, so if he thought it was pretty exciting, it's pretty exciting. The earlier you start, the easier it is to go. Now, how do you do that? You can put money in your 401k at work. You can start a Roth IRA. Roth IRA is great because you pay taxes on it at first, but then it's tax-free growth forever. Live without debt. Now, I understand that's a pretty big, bold statement. If you're 20, you're coming out of college, you've probably got some student loan debt. Work on paying that down. But I'm talking about the other kinds of debt. You go out and you finance a car you can't afford. And you have a big payment with a 4% interest. You have credit card debt and anywhere between 17 and 22, 23% interest. That's compound interest working against you. If you have credit cards, and I encourage young people to use credit cards because you need it to build your credit, but buy only what you can afford. Pay that credit card off each month. Work on paying down those student loans. Prepay that car. If you can afford to make a little extra payment and make it only 3 years that you're paying for it instead of 5, it's going to save you a lot in the long run. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Number 4, don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Okay? Everybody knows there's somebody, they've got a friend who has everything that you want, or they've got the life that you want, and they go out and they eat every night and they go places, exotic places, and they post about it. And it's their way. And it's real easy to go, hey, you know what? I could get that car. It would only be an extra $50 a month in payments. Because, let's face it, social status is important in America. Debt is huge in America too, and a lot of the people who you see with these glamorous lives are up to their eyeballs in debt.
I'm Stanley Johnson. I've got a great family. I've got a 4-bedroom house in a great community. Like my car? It's new. I even belong to the local golf club. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs.
So, maybe they have glamorous lives, but they're gonna end up broke. And our goal here is to not end up broke. So, get debt under control. It's not easy. Work at it, make a plan. Figure out if I pay this much extra off, figure out how long it'll take you to pay off that credit card. Do what you can, get it under control. Keep all of your finances in order and know your net worth. So, how do you keep track of all your finances? Because there's a lot, right? You have your bills, you have the budget that you paid this much, you have to pay for your home, you have to pay for your rent, you have to pay for your car payment, you have to pay your electric bill, you have all these bills, right? A simple budgeting app like Mint can help you immensely. All you do is put it in, enter the things, it keeps track of it for you. If you want to look at entering, if you have multiple investment accounts, Personal Capital is another free software that you can get online or on the app and keep track of all those. It also does some budgeting, although Mint's a little better at the budgeting. And it helps you know your net worth, you guys. You should know what your net worth is. Net worth in America is pitiful. The median net worth for a 25-year-old is negative $7,000. Now, that's because they have debt and they haven't accumulated anything. But on the same token, the median net worth for a 50-year-old in America is only $120,000. These 50-year-olds should have been saving for decades now and have something to show for it. It's an unfortunate fact that in America we don't save enough, we overspend, we don't control our spending, we don't keep a budget, we don't keep this stuff under control. Keeping all your finances in order, whether it be with some kind of an app or using a Google spreadsheet. I mean, any of it, whatever works for you. Now, I'm the first guy that says I hate budgeting, but I'm also at a point where I know I save about 25% of our income every month before I spend anything. And if I have more after I spend, then I put a little bit more into my taxable investment account. Now, I'm not saying this to brag. I know that there are people that struggle with money. It's real. If you don't make a lot of money, it's hard to save a lot of money. But there's two options that you have when it gets to that. You can either make more money or spend less money. If you make X, if you make $5,000 a month, you either spend less than $5,000 so you can save some, or you go out and you get another job so you can make more than $5,000. It's as simple as that. So 5 rules again. Pay yourself first. Start investing early. Control debt and pay off your credit cards and pay off all the debt you can. Do not try to keep up with the Joneses. And lastly, keep all your finances in order and know your net worth. All right, you guys, I hope you got something out of this. It's a sunny day again in Oregon, and I had to do a quick one outside. So, quick video. Anyway, I hope you got something out of it. If you did, give me the thumbs up. If you liked it, and if you're not subscribed, you guys, subscribe to the channel. We're growing every day. We're learning together as a community. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.